Welcome back to another episode of the Gambling Goats podcast. He's Johnny, I'm Shea, and I'm back, baby. I am back. A big 4-1 week last week. I saw the board good. The Lions screwed me on a walk-off touchdown for my perfect 5-0 week. But Johnny, buddy, how was your week, buddy?
Yeah, those Lions hurt me. What a week. I didn't do the greatest. I took all favorites last week, got burnt on 3 of them. I went 2 out of 5. Not my best week, one of my worst weeks. Had some great prop picks, though. That Damian Harris pick, that under pick. So you know what? All in all, for the 5 picks that we put out, I was 2 out of 5. Not happy about it. Going to bounce back. Hopefully that fixes the board a little bit and we can go with some numbers this week. Last week, I took Arizona minus 7.5 versus the Bears. That was an easy pick, best pick of the week, and I liked it. Bengals minus 3 versus Chargers. I even said, I don't know, mate. I love the Chargers so much, but I stuck with Joe Burrow. He failed me. Chargers got the outright. Minnesota, taking Cousins is never my thing. I'm a Green Bay Packer fan. I don't know why I hopped on Minnesota. Especially when we've been riding with the Lions all year long and they got their first W. I'm happy about that L for me personally. Fine with it. Eagles minus 6.5 versus the Jets. That was an easy W. I had the Raiders cut off last week for minus 2.5, and I love Heineke, so I don't know what I'm doing. I'm switching sports this week, Shea. I'm all over NHL, but hopefully it gives me some good juju. I've got some great picks this week.
You know, man, I was riding with you on that Cardinals Bears game. That was an easy win, man. That was an easy lock. Cardinals,
Easy points.
They're now 7-0 on the road. They've won each road game by at least 10 points or more. 7.5. That's an easy cover. Gardner Minshew led the Eagles to beat the Jets there. He had a hell of a game. Now we got a little quarterback controversy going on there in Philly, I think, with Mr. Minshew and Jalen Hurts. You know, if they could somehow put them both in and do a little pass game, run game option kind of going on there with both those quarterbacks.
Yeah, but it's hard to do that all season long. You know, I think a quarterback wants the ball in his hands. A great quarterback does. You know, that's that great movie with Keanu Reeves.
Oh, any Given Sunday or The Replacements?
No, The Replacements.
Yeah. Great movie. Awesome movie.
Great player wants the ball.
Yeah. I hit on the Rams, absolutely destroying the Jaguars, and then my Patriots coming through in the clutch in a cold, windy shit fest game that is just typical Patriots football.
That was typical Patriots football. I agree. What a game that was to watch with the wind doing that. You had a great day on that game.
You know what, man? This is why people got to follow us on Twitter. I gave out 6 plays on Twiher. Went
Huge.
6 for 6 on Twitter. Huge night. Big money.
$1,000.
Great
Easy.
for the bankroll. A lot of unders. A lot of seeing the board correctly there. And you know what, man? We were rolling on Monday watching football, so it was good.
They got to keep up with our social medias on Instagram and Twitter. We've got some picks this week. Back to Minshew. I heard he didn't take a crap for 2 weeks because number 2 is just not an option for him. That's hilarious. Okay, is it week 14 already or is it week 15? I'm getting confused with how many weeks it's been.
Week 14, buddy. Season is just flying by.
Jeez, week 14. All right. Let's start making our money back. Let's start making a purse. We're going to start growing our purse for the Super Bowl. That is the goal. We want to have some great prop tickets come Super Bowl. That's the most fun. So let's get into week 14. I'll start us off hot here with my favorite pick of the week here. And it's going to be back to last week's Raiders. They're playing Kansas City. Division game, but they're laying 9.5 points. So I'm going to take Raiders again this week, plus 9.5. Kansas City's been shitting the bed. They got to do something different. I don't know what's going on with them. They're dropping the ball. It's a great chance for Raiders to pick up a W here. All they have to do is keep it close. That's all I ask. Within a touchdown, and I'm okay. Touchdown and a field goal, and I'm still okay if they miss the entry.
Yeah, you know what, man? It's a division game. It's a division game. You know, with the Chiefs' offense struggling, you know, they've been relying on this defense, and it's been working out for them. But do we really trust the Chiefs' defense? You know, we've shit on the Chiefs' defense earlier this season, and now they're suddenly good.
It comes down to the day. What's going to happen, you know?
Yep.
It takes one missed throw, interception, pick six to throw a whole game upside down. I really think the Raiders have had such a crazy year. Anything's possible. I think they keep it close.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Okay. I'll dive into my first pick here, and I'm going a divisional game here. We got the Cowboys going to Washington, laying 4 points on the road.
Okay.
Cowboys, they're coming off this mini bye week. They played on Thursday last week against the Saints, and they took care of business. They won 27-17. Tatum Hill there didn't look good. But what's to be expected for your first career start. So yeah, easy win for the Cowboys there on Thursday night. And the Washington football team, they went on the road to Sin City and just beat the Raiders outright as dogs. 17.
Great game.
Good game. Taylor Heineke's for real, man. This guy's gonna get a nice contract this offseason.
Dude, I hope so. He deserves it so much after last year. I have never been so pumped watching a game than last year, watching Washington just lose to Tampa. That was probably my favorite game of the season and playoffs, watching Heineke take that team and him back this year. Yeah, I love it, man.
I have to agree with you, man. He's playing some decent football for being a guy that I think he was teaching at school there, last season in playoffs. So
takes a lot of this.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of this.
And
parts win games.
So he's playing well, and Washington is currently on a 4-game win streak, which is the longest streak currently in the NFC. So they got the numbers in their favor here. Last meeting between these two division rivals, Washington absolutely hammered the Cowboys, 41-16. There's a lot of bad blood here. They're divisional rivals, and Washington needs to make up a couple wins here to catch them for the first overall place in their division there.
Yeah.
So this is a big game for Washington. They're currently in a wild card spot, but if they want to keep pace, like I said, they have to win. They do have San Fran chasing them. They do have, the Eagles are right behind them as well. So it is a kind of a competitive game here. I'm going to get over a field goal with Washington at home. I'm going to take the Washington football team plus the 4 points, hold my nose, and let's go Taylor Heineke.
Okay, let's go. Me and Shea are on the same pick this week. We were discussing this earlier. I didn't know which way he was going to flop on this one, but I had Washington picked, and I'm glad you chose our boy Heineke. We are now riding together on this because I feel the same way. I feel Washington is going to lock up Zeke and CeeDee Lamb, and they're going to put all the pressure on Dak to throw. And Dak's, had an up and down season. I don't know. I really think that Washington, even without Chase Young, their defense can shut down Dak. And I think Heineke is really motivated, man, and has a lot of heart. And I think he's playing for something more. He doesn't have the bag. Dak has the bag. The bag. They've got, the Dallas fan base. Washington is going through almost a rebuild. Yeah, I'd say a rebuild in the sense. They've been building forever, but just keep rebuilding. I love Washington and the points. Plus 4 points. I'm on that with you, brother.
Let's ride, buddy. Let's ride. All right. Well, you're 2 picks in. I'll get 2 picks in here. I'm going 49ers at Bengals. The 49ers are on the road. They're laying the 1.5 points. Both teams lost last week. 49ers losing to the Seattle Seahawks, and the Bengals getting pumped by the Chargers. It was a big losses to both these teams. I'd say bigger for the Bengals because they did lose Joe Mixon with injury, T. Higgins with injury, and Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's throwing finger looked like a beach ball by the end of that game. So it's going to be tough to back an injured squad like that when you got the 49ers who do have a pretty good defense and are going to be able to get some pressure at the quarterback. I'm a little worried that if Joe Burrow does play, he's going to have issues airing it out down the field. So I'm going to take the better defense here. I'm going to go with the 49ers minus the 1.5. I don't love it, but I'm going to ride with it. You know what I mean? They're both in.
It's a safe play, man. I think it's a really safe play. 1.5 points. They're missing their star quarterback, rookie, but second year in. Bengals, man.
He may play.
Joe Mixon, yeah, but still, he's got that knee brace on. It's tough, really tough choice. I feel you on the San Fran and why you're going there. That makes sense to me. Logic.
Yeah.
And it's in San Fran too, so that's another thing.
No, it's in Cincinnati.
Oh, is it? Why
Yeah.
do I say at San Fran? Oh, I'm looking at other scores here. Sorry. Well then, yeah, but it's 1.5 points, so it's just
I just need him to win.
It's basically a pick 'em. Nice. I've got a fun game here. It's a tough pick to get behind, but I think dogs have been barking. I went all favorites last week. I actually did really well. When I went all dogs, I think it was like week 6. I think I went 4 out of 5. So we are picking another dog here. We got Buffalo going to Tampa. Now, we just played in Buffalo against the Pats. Pats came up 4 points ahead. You know, you couldn't throw the ball, so you're just handing off the ball. And Damian got a huge run. You know, I called that too, so that's great. I really think this is a spot for Buffalo to go down to Tampa and take out that frustration. Tampa has all the stats against Buffalo. I think you were saying something like 32-3 the last 35 times they played. I'm going to take Buffalo for the 4th time this week. I'd probably take them on a pick 'em, but I'm taking plus 3.5, keeping it close. I think they're going to be frustrated as hell from that game, playing in the cold, not being able to throw the ball, not being able to run, not even able to hold on to the ball because it's so goddamn cold. They're going down to Tampa Bay, Florida. It's going to be warm, and they're just going to be feeling loose. They're going to be feeling like throwing the ball an extra 10 meters. 10 yards. And I think Buffalo, I'd probably take them on the pick 'em. I'm going to sprinkle there. But I'm taking Buffalo and the points versus Tampa this week. Tough game. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, man, I can't back you with this one.
You pick Tampa, great. But then you lose, and it's just like last week, the week before. I'm sick of it. I would have picked Tampa, switch it up, back to Buffalo. Buffalo's 2.5 points, taking them.
Yeah, I'm on the other side. I'm going to make the Bucks minus the 3.5 one of my picks here.
Wow.
Yeah,
make this my pick of the week. Make this my pick of the week. Buffalo
Johnny,
plus 3.5. Oh, I'm marking this down on my calendar.
Yeah, I can't back this Bills team right now. With their injuries to their secondary, I think they're gonna have a tough time slowing down Tom Brady. Who, like I was telling you that record there, they're 32-3, all-time record, and you know what? That's the most wins by a single quarterback versus a single team since the 1950s. So Tom has been owning the Bills his entire career. Most of that in New England, it happens. But you know what? The Bucks, they're rolling now, man. They won a big division game last week, 30-17 against the Falcons. They're playing some good football. And Tom Brady leads the lead in passing. So he's playing awesome. I really, with Buffalo's schedule coming up here, they're kind of got Murderer's Row going on. With, the Pats last week, the Bucks this week, and then they go back to New England next week to play the Pats in a rematch. So this could be a little bit of a look ahead spot for the Bills, who they need that game against the Patriots to stay relevant in this division, going down the stretch. So I'm going to take the Bucks minus the 3.5 points. I think the Bucks cover this. I think they win by 7. I think they might even go up to 10. Handsome Tom, can't bet against Handsome Tom.
Yeah, I love that pick. Yeah, Shea, I love that pick. I get where you're coming from with Tampa. I can't say I love it when I'm on the other side of it. But my grandpa's name is Tom, so it's so tough to go against Tom Brady, man. But they can't win every single week. Buffalo's a really good team. They just haven't been getting the ball down the field the way they should be. Something's going on. Same with Kansas City. You see these two top-tier teams. They're just not performing like you think they would. And then you see Rams and Cardinals coming up out of nowhere, unlike last year. So I'm going to take Buffalo in the points. You're on Tampa. That's going to be a fun one. We're going to have to watch that together. So I got the Raiders. I took the other side of Cowboys, Washington. We're both on.
Yep.
And you're taking Tampa now. And you're on the other side of this with me. And I'm taking Buffalo plus 3.5. So that'll be fun. Should I get into my fourth?
Let's hear your fourth, big dog.
All right, this one's a bit easier. I really like this. And it's the Saints versus Jets. I don't think the Jets are giving up enough points here, 5.5. I definitely think the Saints can get it done by a touchdown. With that being said, they've had a lot of decisions to be made throughout the team, Saints, with who's playing where, some injuries. But with all that being said, I think they have just a way better team, defense, offense, coaching.
Yep.
And I forget the word it's called, but just an overall culture. The Saints culture is amazing. So, they've got a lot of drive. They've got a lot of trust in their systems, in their plays, and overall just a better team. They should run over the Jets. It should be a 2-digit game. So I'll take Saints in the points, -5.5. I think they beat the Jets. I don't think by a crazy amount. I think the Jets are slowly but surely getting a little bit together. They might get a touchdown or two. I'm seeing it probably like 27-14.
Yeah, and you know what? The Saints are getting a little healthier. Alvin Kamara is back at practice this week, so that's a good sign.
I don't know if he's playing yet, but
he has missed 4 games in a row, so back at practice is a good sign. And Taysom Hill is going to be their starting quarterback again, which I don't know if I like or not, but you know what? Give him
I liked him last. Yeah, I liked him with Breeze. I liked him when Breeze can throw the ball and then just use him when you need to.
As that utility QB, yeah, absolutely.
Now as a full-time, he's really got to prove himself.
Yeah, so you know what, man? I think the Saints are going to have to rely on their solid defense, which, you know what, they've been playing great. Their defense has been awesome. I could see them picking off Zach Wilson a couple times, turning them into points, getting that nice 10-point lead, and then just kind of sitting back and keeping this game, 10-point, 7-point kind of win kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I don't have the balls to back Taysom Hill myself. So I could not pick that game. But yeah, no, I do think the Saints will win that game. I just don't. Yeah.
I hear you. What's your fourth best?
Well, my fourth pick, this one I don't like, but you know what, man? I've been fading the Giants all year long, and the Giants are going to the Chargers, and the Chargers are laying 10 points. The Chargers pumped the Bengals last week, 41-22. You know what? They played great. They got to the quarterback a lot. Lost Johnny a lot of money. Yeah, but you know what? This Giants team, they're shit, man. They don't have a quarterback. Their head coach is just an idiot. Ever since that preseason video came out of these of the Giants team fighting each other in preseason, I knew right away this team is just
they were okay after the spread for a couple games there. A couple weeks. I wrote them.
A healthy team. They're not healthy anymore. Last week they had to start Mike Glennon as QB and he got a concussion. So going down to their third string quarterback, which is Jake Fromm, who's hasn't played a game in the NFL, was drafted last year or the year before. He's not a good quarterback. And Chargers are playing well. So I'm just going to hold my nose. I'm going to take the 10 points. If it was 10.5, I would not touch this game. But at 10, I get that option of a push with the Chargers. So I'm going to take the Chargers -10. So, yeah, that's my pick. I don't like it, but I'm doing it.
You know what? I haven't liked a lot of these picks every week, but we have to put them out there. And to speak about another team that lost me a shit ton of money, the Rams. Had a huge parlay down, could have cashed out, said no, the Rams. Who'd they lose to that week? Some shit team. It was like week 7 or 8.
Oh, I don't remember that far back, man.
Anyways, yeah, they lost me a lot of money. Really hurt me. But I'm going to pick them this week. It's the Cardinals. Because fuck the birds. I hate bird teams. I was looking through each and every one, and I just tried to keep away from all the bird teams. What are we getting here? We're getting +2.5 points versus the Cardinals, and we're going to take every freaking one of them. First game, Falcons versus Panthers, faded bird team. Didn't want to touch. Kind of like that Atlanta on the points. Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland, again, bird team. Didn't want to touch. Seattle Seahawks, boom. You know what I mean? I'm just staying away from those birds. The birds teams, I don't like. They hurt me. Rams versus Cardinals. Here we go. Bird team. Rams +2.5. Two good teams. Quarterbacks pretty equal. Stafford, I think, can throw the ball better, more accurately, has better, more weapons. better, injury report list per team. All in all, though, after that, it kind of comes down to coaches. I'm going to take McVay over Cardinals here. I'm going to take the Rams plus the points. Two top dog teams. One's got to come out ahead. Rams have really beefed up that defense, and I hope that they can really come together this third week of having Von Miller there and, make some things happen, get some crucial stops.
This is a classic hungry dog runs faster game. The Rams need this game.
Who wants to be the top? Who wants to be on top?
Exactly. Right now, that they are trailing the Cardinals in their division. So if they do win this game, that kind of brings them a little closer to clinching that number one spot in their division. And they had their bounce back week last week, just beating up on the Jacksonville Jaguars last week. I think this team got right last week. I think they figured out some things on offense. They got their defense rolling. And to get a couple points on a Monday night football game, that's huge. So, you know what, man, I don't hate that pick. I might be on that, but I won't bet that till probably Sunday night. So,
yeah, I hear you.
I got my teaser. I got my teaser left here. Now, before we dive into this teaser, I just want to remind everyone, be sure to like and subscribe to this video. Head on over to our Twitter and Instagram. We post free plays every Sunday.
Bangers. Our prop picks are fire.
We're doing well over there. Went 6-0 on Monday, like I was saying. We just get more information and we make better picks game time. So, releasing this on Friday, we're not sure about injuries. We don't know who's in, who's out. But if you follow the Twitter, follow the Instagram, these are our top-notch plays that we're giving out here. So saying that, I'm going to dive into this teaser. And this teaser, I kind of like this. It's interesting. I'm going Baltimore at Cleveland. Cleveland's laying the 2.5 points. You know what? This is weird because Cleveland's bottom in the division and Baltimore's at the top of their division. And Baltimore's the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Something's fishy there. I mean, I understand Baltimore's a little banged up. They have the most players on the injury reserve in the entire NFL, but they've been finding ways to win. And this Cleveland team, had their bye last week, so they are going to get a little healthier here. Baker Mayfield finally got a little time to rest. Get those injuries sorted out. But if I tease them up to plus 9.5, the Ravens. I can't see that losing. I think this is a divisional game. I think getting the Ravens at plus 9.5, it's going to be a close game. And either way, it's going to be like a 3-point win either for the Ravens or a 3-point win for the Cleveland Browns. So at 9.5, I like the Ravens plus 9.5. My second leg of this teaser, I'm going Jacksonville Jaguars, the Tennessee Titans. This Jacksonville team is a mess. Yes, their defense has been playing good. Their offense is shit. Trevor Lawrence, you know what, man? He's a good quarterback. Is he the best quarterback in this draft class? I don't think so. Mac Jones, baby. And you know what? The Titans, they're laying 8.5 points at home. I don't think 8.5 is a lot to lay. I still think they probably cover that, but if I tease them down to minus 1.5, I think this is an easy pick. Titans are coming off their bye. They're healthy. They're playing well. And you know what? They want to keep up with the Patriots in this conference. So, give me the Titans minus 1.5 paired with the Ravens plus 9.5. That's my 2-game teaser. Last week I did lose my teaser because of that Detroit walk-off win. Who would have thought, Detroit throws a touchdown.
What are you going to do? Who's going to, yeah.
That's just a tough beat. Nothing
that's
you can
football,
do about
baby.
that.
That's
nothing
fun.
You can do about that.
If I'm losing money, I want to lose it that way.
Right? Like it comes down to the last play, throws a touchdown, and you're stunned. So it's whatever. But you know what, man? I'm feeling another big week coming up here. The only pick I'm really worried about is that Chargers minus the 10. That scares me a little bit. And we're going head to head in that Bills-Bucks game, which should be a bomb game.
Only game I'm worried about, but that'll be a fun one. The other ones I had picked, I really like. So I'm seeing a 4 out of 5 week for myself, and I'll call that there. Great week, great picks. Keep up with our Twitter, though, guys. That's going to be the most fun. I believe next week or the week after, we're going to be doing some giveaways, some holographic cards, some fun stuff. So you guys got to put your names in. and have our social medias followed and subscribed so you can see our cool little giveaways and our best picks. Make some money with us, guys, because we are doing this for free, just for fun, and we want to hear what you guys think.
Absolutely, man. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow us at Gambling Goats on Twitter and Instagram, and tag us in your plays. Let us know what you're picking. Keep the conversation going. If you have any questions about our picks, our plays, what we think on a day-to-day basis, if there's an injury update, let us know. Shoot us a DM. Johnny, let's make some money this weekend.
Let's make some money. Let's go, Goats. Have a good week. See you next week.
Cheers.